What's going on YouTube? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at the brand new SDT-02 DIABOLUS Rex. It's an SD, not Trypticon. Now, I have not added all of his gadgets and gadgets yet, so I just wanted to show you guys what he looked like without all of his weapons. Gadgets and gadgets. What am I talking about? This is a fantastic figure. He is modeled beautifully and just looks super, super cool. He's got movement and lights and just, I love this guy. Absolutely love this guy. I picked him up over at BigBadToyStore.com. He is a not Trypticon, but in all honesty, he really does remind me of the combination of several different Zoids. Starting with the legs, you can see that it is very well detailed and very well designed. Lots of ports for weapons and whatnot. His claws are fully posable. Posability in the arms and shoulders. Lots of posability there in the claws, as I said. The back and tail are molded spectacularly. Unfortunately, these bits aren't very posable. I wish they were based on some of the modes. But overall, just the detailing of the figure is really, really nice. I love the back vents there, and his head is done really well. In fact, his head has a couple of cool little gimmicks. First of which is when you open his mouth, his eyebrows get gnarly or mad. He's got a little gun in his mouth as well. And then this clear orange bit, if you push it forward, it lifts up the nose crest and exposes a cannon there at the very top of his snout. And pull it back. Nope, you just got to push it back down. But I love the "I'm mad at you" look of him. The figure does have one light gimmick. 2 LR44 batteries come into his chest, and then you push the little button and his chest lights up. That's it. Also, his chest is designed to come out, and it comes out way too easily for my taste. The figure comes with 10 different guns and this little mount that is used in multiple modes. Sorry if my voice is cracking or scratching. I'm still dealing with the allergy issue. So the guns are really, really good. They are well detailed, well put together, and just super, super fun, and they have a really good feel to them. They also feel very sturdy and a little bit on the heavy side. They don't feel too hollow, or these guys feel hollow, the others don't. I love the little rail guns and all the little touches. Like you've got this little detailing on the guns and warning labels on the Rex, on DIABOLUS Rex itself. These guns are posable up and down. The others are not. These guns, or I should say missile launchers, have movable points so you can attach them in different combinations. So let's go ahead and get him armored up. Fully armored up with all of his guns, DIABOLUS Rex looks fan-freaking-tastic. Yes, it is a little bit overkill. I will fully admit that. But I absolutely love it. I think this is an absolutely wonderful looking giant robot dinosaur. You can also put the guns anywhere you choose. They are fully modular. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different spots on his sides that you could put it on, or put the guns on. You can attach it to his arms, you can attach it to his legs, you can attach them to, well, pretty much his arms, his legs, or his backpack. There's even a spot on the very back that you could put one of the giant rail cannons on. It's just wonderful. I absolutely love the look of this guy. He is just a titan of destruction. However, he is not the most posable thing in the world. Even with all the guns off, he's not terribly posable. You could get some decent poses out of him, like what I have here, and this is actually how I decided to display him. This is my favorite pose of him in Dino mode. You can also pose the back guns. I just like this one the best, or just close the front gun and just have his mouth open and him kind of displayed like that. Like I said, this is how I have him posed on the shelf. Returning him back to Dino mode without any of his guns, we are going to go ahead and get him transformed. First up is his battle station mode. To start off with, we're going to take the legs and make sure that they are all the way collapsed and bent, and take his feet and straighten them out like that. Then we're going to come to the front and take his head, push it all the way down until it clicks and snaps up against his neck. Take the entire head section and spin it 180 degrees. Then take the hands and collapse them, and then fold the elbows up as far as they will go, like that. Then grab the legs and, before we do that, we have to come to the back here, underneath where the tail is. There's actually a little, and it's really hard to see, there's a little peg there that connects the tail to the body to keep it from moving. And then there's another one for this section, so just snap that all into place. Then grab the legs and split the entire figure, like the original G1 figure. And this is where this sits. Again, really sitting in here pretty loosely. I'm not a fan of that. That worries me. Anyway, so let's get that back in place. Ah, there, got it snapped into place. That actually worked a lot better. You have to get this little piece under this lip and then push it a lot harder than I was pushing down. Okay, so now that we've got the dinosaur flayed open like this, there are sections that will fold out on inside of the chest, and they will click onto these little protrusions. So that will click into place, push up there, and that will click into place. Then we turn the figure over, grab his arms, and just kind of put them right up against his dino mouth, and kind of leave the figure down on the ground because we have to come underneath and get a couple of pieces. First up which is the spaceship, or this little ship thing. Make sure that the tab here is clicked all the way in. Make sure that what looks to be like the spaceship front is pointing towards the dino head, and that these sections are folded all the way back to be flat. So then we can get them to sit and hold the figure up. Then we grab these guys and turn them. They will peg into the knees, or actually the thighs, and turn them such that they are pointing, the missiles are pointing towards the tail end, and then just snap them into place. And this is important because if we don't add these bits, the figure or the mode will be completely off balance, and he won't actually be able to sit correctly on any surface. There we go. Grab the... Next, we will grab the feet and fold them up like that. Next, we will grab the feet and the rear ankles and fold them back as far as they will go, like this. And then turn that. And do the same thing over here. Grab that, put that all the way back, and turn those. And then we're pretty much done. Now we just have to add all the guns. I will be the first to tell you that the spaceship from the front looks pretty cool. Like something out of Warhammer 40k. But from the back, it looks like a dinosaur crying and doing the splits. Oh well, whatever. I like this mode. I think it works pretty well. I still like the dino mode better, but this one is fine. It's a little bit more imaginative than I would expected it to be, but it's very true to the original G1 figure. Hey, it's a giant flying space battleship of death and destruction. Like I said, it feels like it belongs in Warhammer 40k. In order to get this guy into his last mode, which is his city mode, we're going to, 1, have to remove all the guns, which I have done except for the bottom. And I want to point out something. There is a little bit of an issue that I wish the designers had fixed. You see how when I'm holding it like this, there's a little gap showing up between the peg hole, or the peg holder, and the actual flat part here? That's because the feet are so heavy. That's because the toes are die-cast metal. I would have rather have these been plastic, and this not being so heavy. It's almost 1.5 pounds fully loaded. I would have rather it been lighter and maybe be able to hold up a little better, but oh well. Maybe in the second revision, who knows. So come to the bottom, remove the guns, like so. And then grab the knees while they're underneath, and first flatten out the feet, sorry. Then come underneath, grab the knees or wherever you can, and split the legs in half. There we go, like so. And do that on both legs. Thankfully, all the joints are tight. And then when the legs are split, fold out these gray pieces so they form little feet for the figure to balance on. Do that on all the bottom parts. Turn the figure over, put him down, and you'll notice that he's still a little bit off. The reason he's a little bit off is because we have to take the feet and grab the ankle and fold the feet down, and they will act as another support, like that. One thing I did forget to show you in the ship mode is this little section lifts up to form a double barrel blaster gun. Last bit is flip out the highway, and that is the city mode so far. We do have to add, once again, all of the guns. And finally, city mode. It's probably my second favorite mode. I just love the look of this thing. It works so well for this guy. It's really, really nice looking. Yes, he's got a giant dinosaur crying on the back, but who cares? The front city mode looks so good, works so well, and just overall is a joy. I really wish I had some really tiny figures to just like send down the ramp here, and just, it works. I like it a lot. Overall, DIABOLUS Rex is really, really cool. I like this set quite a bit. And I didn't pick up the not Metroplex figure for whatever reason. Honestly, I think it was cost. But I was able to get this guy. I was able to squeeze him into the budget this month. So I'm really happy I did. I think this thing is freaking fantastic. It's a lot of fun, just really, really cool looking. Very easy to transform, very easy to deal with, unlike some third-party figures that are just a hassle to play with. I'm really happy with this guy. There are a few minor complaints, which I've already laid out, chief of which being, I wish it wasn't so heavy. That's really it, and I think the lights and sounds gimmick are kind of lights, not sounds, just lights gimmick is kind of wasted. I don't really see a need for it, but whatever. It's not that big a deal, in all honesty. It doesn't really take away from the figure, and it honestly doesn't add that much either. Now, as I finish up the transformation back into Dino mode, there is one other thing we need to talk about, other than the fact that this guy is awesome. What also adds awesomeness to this set is a little one other accessory that I have not talked about yet, and I was saving it for the last. He comes with a chibi Megatron! This little Megatron was a surprise. I completely forgot or didn't even know that the set came with this little dude. And he is freaking fantastic. Oh man, I'm at a loss for words at how wonderful and awesome this little thing is. I wish Takara or Hasbro would make this and just sell them. Give me these. I would buy an Optimus. I would get another Megatron. I'd get a Galvatron, an Ultra Magnus, a Hot Rod, a Rodimus Prime, a Jazz. I don't care that they don't transform. They're tiny. It's tiny. It's cool. It's super posable. I mean, look at this. It's got more posability than some of the figures that I buy normally. And he's tiny. I mean, here's Reflector from the Scrapnel Legends set. I would pay like $5, $10 for one of these little dudes in Prime or any other Autobot. Like, you could go through a bunch of Autobots. This is what I wish Hasbro would do. And the third party here, what is it, Mega Series? Beat them to it. Hey, Mega Series, make more of these. Give me more. Because these would be awesome for my desk at work. Hell, my desk at home. One last thing before we go, I want to make a quick correction that I keep forgetting about, is there is an extra joint here in the arms. There is a ball joint, which the arm is attached to, that is attached to a flange that is in another joint in it. So the ball joint's here, and then the connector is here, and then the whole shoulder swivels around that connector. And that would help with some positioning and some other things here or there. I completely forgot that it's there. Sorry about that. So, what do I think of this set? It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Yes, the whole set's over $100. Money well spent. It is a wonderful set. With all the guns, he's awesome. Without the guns, he's awesome. And this little tiny Megatron. Oh, I want more figures like this little tiny Megatron. So gang, get this if you can. I purchased it at BigBadToyStore.com. As always, gang, I am Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.